So good. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this amazing training that I have for you today, where I'm going to be sharing the 6 upgrades to create 6-figure launches. I am here with my Zoom people, my Zoom ladies, my Zoom gents and ladies, and I have all of you here on IG. So make sure that if you have a question, drop it in the chat. If you're in the Zoom, also drop it in the Zoom. And I want to tell you that I'm actually really excited because one of the things that I love about having 6-figure launches is that I get to go on vacation whenever I want to. And I'm going on, I was just on 10 days of vacation. Super exciting. And then now I'm going to Coachella. Has anyone ever been to Coachella before? No? You guys, I want to know all the tips and all the secrets because I have never been to Coachella. I'm going this weekend. There was a part of me that felt like, wait, but I have a launch coming up. Like I have a launch coming up in 2 weeks. I should be an adult. I should settle down. I should not go. I should really focus. And so this is such a perfect topic because sometimes we feel like launches have to be this serious thing that has to be like really forced or really hard. And I'm telling you, I prepare. I'm gonna tell you the things. One of the things that I do is I prepare really well for my launches. I don't wing it. I don't let things just kind of go with the flow. Like I'm intentional with it. But because I'm so intentional and I have a plan, I can relax in the plan. I don't have to be stressed out about what's gonna happen. Am I prepared or am I not prepared? Like we have a plan. So that's why I'm feeling more spaciousness and like the freedom. I think there was a part of me that was like, I shouldn't be going this weekend. I need to like settle, like, like meditate all weekend till I get the result, like all of that. And it's not actually required. When you do launches the way that I'm going to share, it's really going to give you the spaciousness for you to relax and know that you get to follow your plan strategically and energetically, and then things just get to unfold for you. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you. I can't wait to go to Coachella. You guys stay tuned with my stories because I've never been. It sounds like it's a little crazy, but it's one of those things that I've always wanted to do. So I'm excited to just see what the experience is like. Okay, awesome. Stephanie, if you have any tips, let me know. Drop them in the chat. Okay, so the reason why this is so important, what I want to talk about today, is because I want to hear from you in the chat. Give me a 1 in the comments if you've ever done a launch and it hasn't gone well. Give me a 1 in the comments. Okay, I see, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Madurima? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not great with names. But you're sharing, Cassandra, Stephanie, right? You're sharing, I even see on IG, there are times when we do launches and they don't turn out the way that we want it to. And so what that does is it creates something that I call launch PTSD. Launch PTSD is when we do something and then we don't get the result and then we get a trauma around it. And then we feel like we better never do it again. I didn't do all the things. So we create this whole story that launches are hard, that launches are traumatic, that it's not for me, right? It's just not what I do. I need to find a different way. And then what people do that I see so often is they push away the process when in reality, launches are not hard. It's our thoughts about them that make them hard. When you think, I did terrible, I'm not good enough, I fucked it up, it's not how I thought it would be, I'm missing it, just must not be for me, then you create this story that you're just not good at it. When in reality, you're not even realizing all the ways in which you did grow, all the ways in which you did do well, and all of that is just preparing you for the next launch. All of the failures prepare you for the next one. I never do a launch thinking this is my one launch to get it, and if I don't get it, then I'm gonna quit my business. I only do a launch to get better for the next and for the next and for the next. And so for all of you who are here, I know you're putting a lot of pressure on yourselves, which we're gonna talk about. That's one of the mistakes that people make. You put a lot of pressure on yourself to get it right, and that in itself is what fucks with you, that fucks with your results. It stops you from being in the availability of, I want to get the lessons that I came here to learn for this launch so that I can implement them for the next one. And so launches actually get to be really simple, maybe not easy all of the time, but they get to be simple, and it's a process that I love. This is how I run my business. I do 3 launches a year. I have a $3 million business now at this point, and I just do 3 launches a year. You guys, that's all I do. I can go have fun, relax. I know when I do my launches, but I have a rhythm in my business. I'm not just like scrambling to do a launch. I have a rhythm. I know when I'm going to do my launches. I prepare with plenty of spaciousness and I have fun. Like it actually feels really fun to do it. So it's important because I don't want you to push the process just because your thoughts about it haven't been favorable. Okay. All right. So the first thing, and I teach this inside, I actually talked about this inside my Momentum Mastermind because I have my clients who are crushing it with their launches. They're having like literally launching with the least amount of work possible or just applying what we teach inside my mastermind. And they're just having an amazing result. So I know this works for me. I know it works for them. They're having 6-figure launches. I'm having 700K launches, 400K launches. So this is not like theoretical. I'm bringing it to you because I live it, I breathe it. It's not that this is just some kind of fluff, okay? So I talked about this and I created some lessons for my mastermind on this. I'm gonna give you just a couple. So we're gonna start with the strategic aspect of launching. And so I'm gonna give you 3 aspects strategically and 3 aspects energetically. Are you good? Give me a 2 in the comments if you're ready to hear it. Give me a 2 and pull out your notebook because it's gonna be delicious. Kate says it's like doing one performance ever. That's like doing one performance ever. Yes, Kate. So Kate's one of my clients who crushes her launches, and she's a coach for performers, and she talks about performing a lot. And it's exactly as you said, Kate. It's not about a once-off performance. We get to practice to master the skill to get better at it. So don't put a lot of pressure on you. Let's get started because I have the things. Let's do it. But I love that reminder, Kate. Launches are fun. Yes. Love that, Kate. Okay. So the first thing on the strategic aspect, because you guys, I want to remind you that the way that we attract clients, and if you've been in my world, you know this, and if you don't know it, let me tell you for the first time. The way that we attract clients is by 2 things. It always just comes down to 2 very simple things. The words we say that communicate the value of what we do, and the energy that we're in that communicates our availability to receive them as clients and have them in our space and hold them. Like our energetic availability. And what energetic availability means is simply the combination of your thoughts and your feelings about you, about your client, about your launch, about the process. So what is going on internally, and then what you communicate externally. Those are the 2 things that attract clients. So if you're ever wondering why you're not attracting clients, revise those 2 aspects. So we're gonna start with the strategic aspect, which is more the doing, the communication of the value, the strategic things. So one of the first adjustments that I wanna offer is that the biggest mistake that I see when people have like $5,000 launches, or maybe they wanted a 100K launch and then they get a 10K launch, right? Like right under what they desired, is because on the strategic level, what you're doing is you're over teaching on your webinar or on your 5-day challenge or however it is that you're doing. So a launch consists of a conversion event, right? Which is it's like a party for me. Like what feels really delicious to bring people to create a delicious relationship, to share with them how I can support them and to have fun, right? And so that's what you guys see people do. 5-day challenges, 4-day challenges, 3-day challenges, webinars, master classes, things like that, right? Now, what happens is that people either overteach, so they overteach, and then the client, the audience feels falsely satisfied with what you are, with what they take away. So it's kind of like you're the giver. Your heart's so giving that you give them so much, they walk away, they're like, I think I'm good. You guys have felt that before, right? You're like, you go to a challenge, you're like, I think I'm good. I got it, right? Cassandra says, where's my pen? Sometimes we do this because we don't know how to create the gap. So that's the upgrade that I want to give you. We want to be mindful of creating a gap so that clients get an understanding of what their problem is. Oh, this is my problem. I know I need support with this. And she gave me some really good pieces of recommendations. But now I really see the gap that I want this program. Like I know where I need support and I want to work with this person in a deeper container. And that creation of the gap, we teach that inside Magnetize and Monetize because for every person is different. For every person, like literally we coach you. I would be lying to you if I told you, let me fix everybody's problems right now and teach you how to do your own gap. Literally, I need to know about your offer. I need to know about what your challenge is, what your webinar is. And I have a dedicated copy coach that literally tells you how to create the gap. How do you really give a lot of value and you're not one of those people that does a webinar or does, you know, when you go to master classes and you're like, okay, you're just selling me. Like, you know, you don't want, people are over that kind of marketing. People actually want value. People want to walk away learning something, but there's a line where you don't want to overgive the how to do everything because they're gonna feel overwhelmed or they're gonna feel falsely satisfied. And I know the reason why I say falsely satisfied is because you know that people need so much more than a few days or 90 minutes with you to create a deep level transformation, right? So you know there's more, but they feel like, okay, that was so much. I'm just gonna go and implement this, and they're not gonna have you in their corner to do it. So there you go, Stephanie. I love how you're creating the gap right now. So take this as an example of how I am creating the gap. I'm teaching you what you need to know. And then I'm sharing if you want to know how to close the gap. I literally have a person dedicated to you that is going to help you inside Magnetize and Monetize, create the gap for your challenges so that you stop having launches that don't work. That's how you create the gap. You know, in like 5 minutes, right? When I do a webinar, when I do a challenge, when I do more, I mean, I give a lot more. And you guys, I have a training coming up and you're gonna see how much value I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna teach you how to create a premium offer. We're gonna literally create the most amazing offer that you have ever designed. We're gonna upgrade yours. You're gonna feel so confident in selling it. You're gonna see how much value I give, but I'm gonna tell you about Magnetize and Monetize at the very end of it. I'm gonna tell you throughout, because guess what? You need to know how to sell that offer. And that's what I teach you. I teach you inside Magnetize how you can actually sell that offer to your client. So that's the first thing. All right. So who's ready for the strategic upgrade number 2? Give me another 2 in the comments if you're ready. All right, love it. Awesome. Cassandra says 2, Erica says 2. People in IG are saying 2. All right, let's go. So the second upgrade that I want to give you is you are currently underselling. You're underselling, and this is why people don't get 100K offers, because they think, oh, I have had it in my brain for so long. I've been planning it. I've been thinking about it. I've been talking about it with my coach, with my peers. I've been spending my Saturdays meditating and bringing all the ideas in and like the launch and all of it. But when you go and sell, you are not selling enough. You are underselling, and I need you to feel like you are overselling and being overly annoying. Like you need to get to a point where you're like, oh my God, it feels, I want to vomit after I post this. It feels like I've been selling so much. Oh my God, I've been selling every day. You guys, I sell every day in my launches. I have 4 weeks. I have probably the longest open card that I've ever known anyone to have, because the way I've designed my launches are very spacious. So I like to give myself plenty of time. I don't like to be in a pressure cooker launch. I don't like to be stressed out in my launches. Like, okay, 2 days to a no, everybody come. It's just not my vibe. So I like to give myself plenty of space. And the magnetic launch formula, which I teach inside of the program, gives you 4 weeks to fill your group, so that you can literally go on vacation while you launch. You chilling and you're giving people space to make their decision, whatever that is. And so throughout those 4 weeks, what do you think I'm doing? I'm selling every damn day. And I sell with my stories. I sell with value. I sell in a beautiful way. And I teach you how to do that in Magnetize too. Yes, I am creating a gap here. I teach you how to do that in Magnetize. I wish I could tell you everything in 30 minutes. I have a client call in literally 15 minutes, so I need to get on with it. So it's important that you notice how many sales posts, how much am I actually selling? And you actually get to fall in love with the process of selling and make it in just a natural way for you to have more fun. So you don't, in the beginning, you're gonna wanna throw up. and think I'm overselling, oh my God, I'm being annoying, that's normal, then you eventually will recognize I'm an entrepreneur. This is how we make money. Selling is a beautiful thing. If I want clients, I gotta tell them that I have something to offer that is a valuable thing that's gonna change your life. So oversell, okay? Moving on to the next one. I didn't realize I had 15 minutes. I get so excited in these and I had a client call at 12. Okay, let's go. I have it. Strategic aspect number 3. This is for those of you who are already at maybe 6-figure launches and maybe you're like, okay, but they're not converting. I want to get 200K, 300K launches. Or maybe you got a good launch, but you're like, it didn't convert as much as I wanted to. So this is an underlying thing that I see for an upgrade, that you are either selling the process too much, meaning selling your offer and what you're going to do too much, or people swing onto the other aspect, which is they just sell like the desire. They sell, oh, this is what you're going to be able to create in your life, the transformation, which is great. This is great advice. I teach my clients this. You want to focus on the desire. What is the ultimate result in the desired life that people are going to have, their desired experience? And you want to sell them on that more than the process. But now sometimes people just go on that pendulum and then they say, oh, I'm just going to talk about the desired life. And then people don't have anything to sink their teeth in. Like, but how are you going to get me there? Like, how are we going to get to 6-figure launches? Like, tell me what. So if I was just like, trust me, just believe me, I'm gonna get you there. No worries, give me $10,000. Just trust me. You'll be like, no, right? So we need to have a balance of, here is where you're gonna be at the end of our program together. By the end of Magnetize and Monetize, you're gonna know how to clarify your message. You're gonna be able to attract premium clients. I'm gonna give you everything you need. And here's how we're gonna do that. First, I'm gonna help you elevate the quality of clients you attract. We're gonna decide on who your best client is, and we're only gonna speak to that type of client, and you're gonna start attracting those clients. Then we're gonna elevate your offer, your pricing, and get you really solid. Go on. I'm just giving you an example, right? I'm planting the process as I planned the vision. And sometimes people in their challenges or their webinars or even just a live stream, they don't give a clear process because they're not clear of their process, or they're like, I should only do desire, painting picture, and not sell the actual step-by-step of what we're gonna do. So you need to find your own balance. And if you don't know how to do that, join Magnetize and Monetize, because that's where we teach you. Literally, Parmise, I have my copy coach available Monday through to Friday. Literally, she gives you copy coaching in all your posts. And not only that, but we have copy coaching calls where you can bring your challenge, you can bring your webinar, you can bring what you're doing, and then she gives you feedback so that you know how you're how to walk that line really well, and you have that support. I don't expect you to know that. That's why I'm a marketing expert. I have my team of experts that we help you with that so that you can relax and walk your line with confidence. All right, you guys, are you ready for the energetics? Give me the word energetics in the comments if you're ready to hear it. Give me the word energetics. I'm gonna check out some of these comments. Mary says, what about new coaches? Can Magnetize still work if all techniques are applied? Magnetize works. Magnetize and Monetize is perfect for those coaches who already have had clients, even if it's free clients, but you feel really confident in your ability that if I give you 10 clients, you'll be able to help them. And you already have an idea of the clients that you love working with. Like, I really love working with this type of client. You don't need to have a niche. You don't need to have a perfectly defined niche. We help you with that, but you have to have an idea of what you love doing in your business, and that you have to have some people that you have help with. We have people who have made already 40K months that join the program, who are at 30K months. We have people who are at 2K months. And every single person that joins, they walk away with what they came for. That's all that always happens. Kate says energetics. Yes. Okay, let's go. All right. So let's go with the energetics. So the first thing, and this is really important, and I know those of you, even the advanced people, beginner, everybody does this, pressure. The energetic pressure that you put on the launch to be the make or break of your career. This launch is gonna prove that I can do it. This launch will prove I'm putting all my eggs in this basket. This is it. So you put high expectations for yourself and for the results, and you are missing. You can have high expectations. I'm not saying don't have low expectations. Listen, make the money, go get it, let's go. Big numbers. I'm all about that life, yes. But I hit those numbers and my clients hit those numbers because they have an equal amount of high appreciation for themselves, regardless of the result. You have to have the highest level of appreciation for yourself throughout the process. Even when the launch ends and you get your numbers, you hit your goal, you did not hit your goal, how are you going to treat yourself? Are you going to put more pressure on yourself? Are you going to be mean to yourself? Are you going to punish yourself? Are you going to say not good enough? And that majority of entrepreneurs don't have on lock, and that's why majority of people are not creating 100K launches, because of the pressure they put on themselves, on the launch, and on their clients, even subconsciously, to buy, like they grasp. And that is what literally dampens out your results from the beginning. So if you're in the middle of a launch, you're about to start a launch, I want you to get to notice, where am I putting pressure? No big deal. It's not like you're a human. We have expectations as human beings. I'm not asking you not to be a human, but notice, where am I putting pressure? Where am I making this a make or break moment for me? And just gain the awareness. We coach inside of magnetizing. If you're a client, if you're watching this, bring that to the coaching call so that we can coach you, so that you can actually release that, like process that. We help you process and release that and understand where the gap in terms of the appreciation needs to be, so that you can actually execute your launch from a place of spaciousness and delight. Okay? Amazing. Okay. We have 6 minutes. Can I do it? Yes, 3 minutes. Let's do it. Okay, this second upgrade that I want to give you, especially, this is for all of you, whether you are already making 200 grand a launch or $2,000, it doesn't matter. This applies to those of you who are coaches. You're great at what they do, and it doesn't matter if you're launching one-on-one only or you're launching a group. Okay, this applies. But the upgrade that I want to give you, that I see people missing the mark on in like creating higher revenue in their launches, is that you're not owning yourself as the authority when you show up for your program to sell it. You're just not. You're not owning all of you. You're like, hi, yeah, so I have this program, and it's really good, and like I really want to help you. It's really gonna change your life. Like, I really want to help you, and I've designed it for so long, and it's just my passion, and no, this is not the vibe. This is not the vibe. I know that's cute. I know you care. I know, thank you, Slada. I know that you are passionate about this, but people are not going to choose you because you're going to be their best friend. I am not here to be your best friend. I love you. We're going to be besties, but I'm not here to be your best friend. I'm here to be your coach. And Rebecca can tell you, Rebecca's here. Coach Rebecca a few weeks ago, and she's not really loving it. And then she got the coaching because I stood in my authority as a coach. I held space for her, and I said, here's what I know that is going to support you. And I showed up giving her the coaching that she needed. And it's the same thing when you make an offer for your program. You want to stand as the person that people can relax in their presence, because you have their back. Even if they sometimes don't believe in themselves, if they don't believe in the process, if they're just not in a good space for whatever reason, you get to be the person who says, I get it, and I know I can help you. And this is why this is the best thing you can do right now. So the question I want all of you to ask yourselves is, when you think about this part, is how is my program the most important thing that people can do right now that makes everything else irrelevant in their lives? How is my program the most irrelevant, the most important thing that people can do or buy right now that will make everything else irrelevant. And I can tell you that I don't care if you sell health, I don't care if you sell relationships, I don't care what you sell. That is the most important thing your ideal client needs right now. But you gotta show up in that energy when you go sell it. You gotta show up in that energy of, listen, I know you doubt this. I know that maybe you're not sure, but let me tell you why this is the most important thing that you can do right now, because your relationship matters, your marriage needs whatever you want to say. I don't have time to give examples. I'm like looking at the time my client's going to be on the phone in a minute. So I really want to encourage you to show up with way more conviction when you sell. Like, feel the energy of how I am showing up right now and notice, where does that make me uncomfortable? You don't have to be like me. I'm not saying you gotta sell like me, like Juliana. No, where can you sell? If you're more in like the softer space, how can you get even more grounded in your certainty that the best decision that your clients can make is to join your program? Coach yourself on that. I know magnetize and monetize is the best thing you can do right now, because I know you want to attract premium clients. You don't know how to communicate the value of what you do. You're doing it, but it's kind of wobbly. People think you're inspiring, but they're not actually buying. And you want to know how to strongly position yourself and show up and say the words that people need to hear to be like, yep, I want that. I want her energy and I want what she's got to sell. That is what we give you inside Magnetize and Monetize. And it doesn't always feel comfortable. So if you want to do it and just feel like cuddle, like you're okay, I'm not the right coach. I'm going to tell you the truth. And that's why my clients get amazing results, because I tell you the truth about what you need to hear. And I do it with love, and I hold you with unconditional love. And I support your inner child, your energetics, and your strategy in all levels. Is the best marketing mastermind, not just in my opinion, but in the opinion of my clients, because it's the last one that you will ever need. And the final one that I want to tell you, where did my notes go? Okay, the last one. And I have 1 minute, but this is the most important one, you guys. This energetic upgrade made me the most money, but not just money. It gave me the most time back in my life when it came to launches. I was doing launches, I was doing sales calls, and I was converting every sales call, which is a good thing, a great problem to have. But the problem was I had a lot of calls on my calendar. I was busy. I had lots of things on my calendar. And so if you're not, even if you're there, or if you right now are like maybe having a different problem and you're like, people are not buying. I don't think they have the money. I just don't think that they can afford it right now. If I raise my price, if I join Magnetize, you tell me to raise my price. By the way, I'm not going to tell you to raise your price. You're going to make that decision for yourself and what feels good. Some people think that I'm forcing them to like raise their prices. Absolutely not. We calibrate to the price that's right for you. But let's say that you doubt that. The last upgrade that I want to give you is this. You have poor thoughts about your clients. So we need to elevate the thoughts you have about your clients, because the people you're getting are just a reflection of your own belief system. So you're thinking they don't have the money. I don't think they can afford it. And then I wonder why that's showing up in your reality. I wonder why. Because I know. But Juliana just got an application that said that she didn't have the money. See? I'm like, you know how I think? I'm like, she's saying she doesn't have the money. But when I see an application, when I was doing applications to calls, I'll be like, she just hasn't talked to me yet. When I get on that phone and I stand with her in her desire and in her vision, and she feels my energy, she's going to change her mind. Of course. I'm the right, like if she wants to be here, I'm listening to the part of her that wants this, that's craving it. You guys, filling an application to work with somebody is a courageous thing. It's already saying, I'm dreaming of this. I have a desire. So can you not just hear their smallness, but hear their bigness? Be like, I know you think you don't have the money, but I believe in you. I know you want this. Let's get creative. Like, I never see my clients as disempowered. This is why I get empowered clients. So we are 2 minutes past and my client's already in the Zoom room. So I'm gonna leave you with that. The last thing that I want to tell you is early bird for the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind ends in a week or two. And what that means is you save $1,000. You save $1,000. You get a private coaching call when you join within 48 hours with my amazing coach Parmise, who's gonna totally change your life. We are gonna change your life in 3 months. We start the cohort in June. You wanna join now because you save $1,000. So all you need to do is fill the application in my bio if you're on Instagram or here in the chat. You will get it in the email because I'm not afraid to tell. I'm not afraid to tell. I'm not afraid to tell you about it. You will find the link. And if you don't find it, ask me. Apply, trust yourself. If you know you want this support, I will have your back. I will be in your corner. I am not gonna be an MIA type of person that's not gonna give you what you need. I'm gonna give you the coaching that you need. And you will not need another marketing mastermind ever again. Like, it will be the last one you will ever need. So I want to invite you to apply, and thank you all for coming. I'm going to go coach my amazing client, Sam Garcia. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye. I love you, Rebecca.